love you, then desert you. Leave with a plate full with no spoon. Ain't no space, I can't escape negativity. I got used to the taste of been bad, burned, then fucked over. But remain strong through the Passover. Kicking haters out of the way like masked over. Roll up, sip something, let it pass over. Who would I be? It ain't the man to me that let the next man take advantage of me. When that storm come, no pan I see. Get with it, not without it, then you'll see. I peep the haters, they know I'm greater. That's why they buzzing for the elevator. But I can't save it, it'll be too loud on the pedal stool. Don't curry favors, always got your hand out demanding favors. When I just looked out, now you need more paper. I can't breathe, give me 3 feet. I never let y'all be the death of me. When my patience run there, yeah, nigga OT. Cause they wanna see me down like I'm NCT. 6 words, get the fuck away from me. Say I help you out if you can help yourself. I keep it G till I DIE. Now excuse me while I get back to PC. HOP ain't losing sleep while your third eye always on me. I'm steady green just to feed the team. My boo, she know that I'm king when chasing my dream. These niggas it seems I rip them, trash them, then put on new jeans. Man, see the problem is, man, you know, I keep it 100, man. You know what I mean? Like, if I got it, then you got it. You know what I mean? But if I don't got it, then I'ma give it. You feel me? But I definitely got you through the ride, man. Let's get it, yo.
I'm really getting tired of ungrateful ass niggas. They really about to turn me to a hateful ass nigga. Like I was never there when you never had figures. Pull triggers for you niggas when you caught up in the trenches. Man, I really don't get it. I don't know what's going on, but I really don't feel it. Niggas really know that I've been there from the beginning. But the more I see niggas side switch, it make me wanna bring it closer to the end. And that's why I can't fuck around with these niggas. I'll fuck around with my hoes. Cause niggas acting like bitches and hoes acting like bros. Man, I swear I really don't get it. How people switch up they roles. First it was nothing but love, but nowadays I don't know. It seems like anything goes. Where can I go? Cause lately fucking with you, I just stand at a fork in the road. It's hurting my soul. When I'm around you, I shouldn't feel like I should stay on my toes. So where do we go from here? Get dough from here? Or are we gonna end it on the road right here? Cause either way, whether it's left or the right on my property, niggas gon' blow round here. Fuck cities up while we do shows round here. Keep our music up while we blow Joe round here. Don't be looking salty if you're not going nowhere. Should've kept it with the move instead of moving over there. Cause I'm getting to the point where I just don't care. No, you're thinking to yourself that it's just not fair. But you made your choice and I won't retort. Just know ain't no fucking coming back round here. And we shining and grinding. You mad that you ain't at the top and you see where we climbing. Our music is timeless. I thought you would witness the vision, but it's obvious that you blinded. I thought we was brothers. I thought we was fam. But it's plain to see that you don't give a damn. Everything cool when we out selling grams, but now what's the problem? A mic in my hand, man. Dang.
Feel you, my nigga. See, shit, niggas be saying just one way of life when there's billions of possibilities that happen on a day-to-day basis. Don't judge us cause you ain't where you supposed to be at in life. Instead of envy or try and bring niggas to your level, strive for better from yourself, not the people around you, man. Pay attention, wake up.
I thought you was gonna have my money today.
Man, it is what it is.
Then last week you told me your wife was cooking.
Man, it is what it is.
Then again, I don't think I want your wife cooking because you don't like it.
Well, it is what it is.
This Fly T Miles, also known as Tyree Miles, and Mr. Miles the writer.
Hip Hop K. Check us out every Friday on Be Exposed Radio. It is what it is, 9/11.
Are they ready to? I know they're not ready to accept it, but yeah, exactly. That's my whole thing. Like, how many of them are really ready to think about it like that?
None.
You know, like
I think the problem is like even I don't even know how we got here, but it's inbred. Mm-hmm. You're not born to hate people. You're not born to distinguish between black and white and Asian and Hispanic. That's something that you're taught. You're taught. Point blank, period.
Straight up.
My daughter came home and told me that her white teacher was black. Maybe it's because it's how she treated us. She don't see any color. But when it comes to all her friends, all her friends are mixed. All of her friends have a white parent, black, African, Hispanic, other parent.
So
children don't see color. You breed your children. I'm not breed. Right. You raise your children to see that.
Yeah, most definitely.
They don't see racism.
Well, I guess
I met a little girl who had a black doll, and she said because the black dolls are prettier than the white dolls. But then I've taken a black doll and a white doll and put.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Hello, my kittens! This is the Cocktail Social. I'm your host, Blue Waters. These are my socialites.
Hi.
Say hi, everybody. Hi. It's another week.
What is a socialite anyway? Like what?
You just on a scene.
I mean, a socialite is for me, it is my individuals that are joining me in my social party. And they're going to participate in the conversation with me.
Yeah.
And
Conversations, right?
yes, a lot of them.
Lots of them.
As long as it's conversation.
You know what? I can see you're going to be on timeout all day.
Ooh, Jesus.
But anyway.
You're on the wrong side there.
Welcome back. We have our cocktails. I hope you have your cocktail.
I mind.
I don't mind a little cocktail.
I'm sure.
I like a little So, how's everybody been this past week? Has Mercury kicked everybody's ass?
Actually, I've been feeling freaking fabulous for some reason. I mean, retrograde ain't really done nothing to me.
I hate that you have made me aware of it. Not that anything has happened, but it's caused me to not bite my tongue, but just listen.
You should. Because you're a Gemini, so it'll affect you a lot more. Because your real planet is Mercury.
So I shouldn't do what?
So you shouldn't start anything new. You should finish stuff. And you should do what you said. Think before you speak, because
there is going to be difficulty with communication.
Absolutely, and Mercury is all about
people misconstruing what you say and all sorts of stuff going on.
Axes being thrown. It wasn't an axe. It was just a.
It was bullets. I got holes right here.
You said you're a hoe.
Oh yeah.
And you showed me a bra.
I thought I saw areola. I was like areola.
So. How have you been, Miss K?
I've been maintaining. I mean, it's been on and off, because I'm walking up on the holidays, and it's stuff that's coming up.
Yes.
And might be a little, but I'm working on it. I'm here.
I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah.
Check on your fun friends. Check on your goofy friends. Check on your strong friends. It's holiday season. People have lost people, and so they're going through things. So just check in, see how they're doing, and even if they say, I'm okay,
I'm alright,
still check in on them, okay? Because I know what it feels like, and I think that, we should just be mindful that people are going through stuff.
Absolutely.
But do that
anyway.
All the time.
But you know what? I think that we need to get in the habit of making it a routine.
Yeah.
So just by saying, you know what, just do it.
Because this time of year may not be difficult for people if they had that support throughout
the year.
Absolutely.
I'm good for dropping in people's inboxes and letting them know, hey, you just crossed my heart. I don't want nothing. I'm just checking on you.
I don't mind nobody dropping in my inbox.
You know what I'm saying?
Drop in my DM.
Real quick.
When they drop in my inbox.
Your DM, what they stand for? Duke and Maker.
No.
No. I got a do not enter sign tattooed on my ass. Oh no, buddy. Do not enter the water.
They don't try.
They might try, but they ain't gonna make it.
So, today's cocktail social is going to be a little bit. Well, we're missing two of our socialites. Katie's not here. Jonathan's not here. We wish you well. We hope that you'll join us next week. If you're not gonna, hopefully you'll join us next week. But if not, we'll be here drinking our drinks, getting lifted,
talking shit
for tonight, talking shit and shit.
Oh shit and shit. Talking that shit and shit. Whatever.
I mean, but let me tell you.
Let me check my phone real quick. I can say whatever.
Why y'all didn't tell me I still had my hat on?
Oh shit, I thought that was your own looking shit. I didn't know. I thought it was Kate for a minute. You know,
it's 30 degrees outside.
Yeah, it is.
I don't do well in the
Timberlow
cold.
titty.
Yeah, it is Timberlow titty.
Yeah,
it is Timberlow titty.
Which is titty, yeah. It's cold as shit outside. I stepped out that bitch was like, burr, bitch. Like, goddamn. Like,
I got on 3 shirts and 2 pairs of pants.
Who you
don't
telling?
With me.
I'm laying up.
Not do cold.
This a bad night to rape a bitch because you gonna take a minute. All these motherfucking layers.
You gonna give up.
He like, damn, bitch, you got a long drawers. You got on. You got this. Like a nerd, motherfucker. Like a nerd. Yeah, because the bitch didn't eat all day. That bitch will be a transgender when I finish with him because I'm going to cut that bitch off.
And we're done.
I'm sorry. Now back to our regularly scheduled program.
Remember, my kittens, you can join us at the Cocktail Social, and you can also submit your questions. If you have anything that you would like for us to discuss, or you'd like to join in on a conversation, and you have a topic that you'd like us to discuss, by all means. Send it to me, DM me. You can talk to anyone, Miss Mizell or Miss K, or him.
Don't do
the other one. He said they should like the other one.
Don't do him.
It's Mercury. What's that? Mercury?
Mercury in your water.
Mercury in your water.
Contact Mick Couser, my wonderful friend on the end.
Mick Couser. Oh.
Yes, that's what I have to give his whole name because he's so.
Oh damn! He put a Gilmore out there. He said Mick Bartholomew.
Yes.
He put a whole name, Bartholomew. I was like, damn! He can put his whole government out there. Bartholomew.
I'm excited about this weekend. It's going to be a long weekend.
What's happening?
Hello, go.
Oh.
He said, well.
Speaking of long.
Foolish, man. It's all foolish.
So are we going to just jump right into the cocktail question?
Come on, let's go, because I'm excited or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first cocktail question.
People.
You are? Okay.
Yeah.
Invite a lot of people.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm inviting people.
The first cocktail question is going to be a kind of, a nice one. I'm not going to go raw.
Okay.
What do you most strive for in your life? Accomplishment, security, love, power, excitement, knowledge, or something else?
Damn it. It's
I
so
say
many
happiness,
choices.
damn it. Because when you happy,
security,
all the rest of that shit will fall into place.
Happiness?
Yeah.
Necessarily.
I'm just saying, because you could be living in a box
and not be secure. Because living in a box is not secure.
If you happy, who's to say that you're not?
So you say happiness.
Yeah, you got to be happy.
Did you say come on, happy box?
Happy
box.
Shit, you got people living in $1 million houses and they going at each other's throats and whatnot and unhappy and, don't want to be there. So I ain't saying I wouldn't live in no damn box. But you know what I'm saying? Yeah, just letting it be known, so I'm just trying to manifest me a box, you know what I mean? But oh, bitch, you want a box? Oh, okay.
I don't know if you're going to be happy.
No, at all.
So, you said no manifestations of boxes.
No box.
Security for me. Because I feel like security for... This is just me. I'm a person who believes that structure is freedom. So security for me... means that I'm free to be happy. It's like the conversation that you had before is like, trying to obtain that security. You steady going. But if I've achieved security, then everything else will fall into place. Yeah.
I think I need a mixture. I spent a lot of time making sure everybody else was comfortable.
Talk about it.
I gotta, not catch up, but just make sure all my needs are being met. So I need,
a mixture of all?
Just a good swipe across the board.
A good mix.
For me, I would want
Eternal big dick.
Well,
Yes, please and thank you. Yes.
I don't know.
I'm gonna be heavy.
No.
Eternal?
Eternal.
Not,
I thought she said good, not big.
no, she said eternal big dick, and
That does not equal good.
about to have a bitch walking around with heaven.
Look like you been riding a horse with no saddle out that motherfucker. Oh no.
The chronic leak.
No.
Chronic. You get that big.
Yeah, that's not good.
I mean, it's eternal big.
Yeah, bro. I mean,
All the Kegels in the world can't see it.
Ain't one of them jaws of life.
made a prolapse.
Oh my goodness.
Do you need vaginal mesh?
Oh, do?
No, man. They recalled those. They recalled it.
I know.
They recalled it.
Like you pulling in fish.
No, thank you.
No.
I pass.
I strive for most of life. That's your safety box. You're in your safe space. You're in your special place right now. You need to be. It's about to be a raw conversation. I would say for me, what I strive for in life is security and love. I think that for me, I need to be secure.
I agree with that. Mm-hmm. And I definitely want to be loved.
Mm-hmm. Y'all ever look at your friends list and wonder who the hell is that?
Yes.
Go ahead.
I'm looking at a bunch of people right now like, I don't know.
People got to use their real name on that now. That's probably why you're looking at it like that.
Yeah.
But sidebar, love. You brought up love. I don't want the love that Whitney Houston's family and friends are showing her. I don't want that type of love. I just want
What is that love? What does that mean? First definition of
Well,
terms.
because all these people are considered her loved ones, her close friends, her relationship. Now Robin coming out with a memoir.
Yes.
Like,
who the fuck is Robin?
This lady.
Is she really
But it wasn't
getting ready to
something-
tell her business?
Yeah, but she gone. It's not like she can go back on Oprah and be like, you know what?
You know what
And
it
defend
is?
herself.
You know what it is?
Yeah.
She's not alive to take care of them, so they're gonna make her take care of them posthumously.
Yeah.
I don't want to be loved like that.
Yeah.
I'll agree.
Folks do not love me like they love her. Please don't hate
But-
me.
Give me my flowers now, please.
Yes.
Thanks.
Please and thank you.
But that's
I don't want
But that's the price you pay for fame. Because when you are a celebrity,
But
it's
that's
like
the
people
price
put you.
people are paying regardless of what.
Nobody want to give. Nobody. Look, let me tell you something. Please don't, because nobody better not make no memoir about me. Because first of all,
This is ass in the ground. I'm like, I remember the time when
you remember back in the day.
Well, people are outing themselves, and then we all will go along for this ride. No, that's your fucking ride. Omit me.
Tell your story without me in it.
But see, the thing is that her story is Whitney's story because she was always with Whitney Houston.
But
And their friendship.
You're so busy trying to defend yourself. The same thing Bobby did. You trying to defend yourself, and you making her look like the worst possible human being.
I don't see why, because Whitney absolutely did everything for Robin.
Who the hell is Robin?
Her best
That was her girlfriend. Let's look. Keep it all the way 100.
Well, she said that their physical relationship stopped once she got signed.
Oh, is that what happened?
Yeah, that's what she's saying. I mean, that's part of her memoir.
Don't call me right now.
But at that point, that's when you're supposed to sip on your tea, because that was some tea. But I ain't gonna.
Because I'm going to tell you, anybody who's been in, knows that, and then there you have it. All that. All of that. You could have said.
Don't love me like that.
You could have said, and whatever.
How you want to be loved?
Not like that.
Not like that. That's not love to you.
No. Love with
Nope, no thanks.
he said, no, I want butter.
He said butter?
This is rubber neck with butter.
If you go to the fist.
Because that's what you do.
I was not my butter with a biscuit or something.
What you gonna do with butter?
You gotta go on the
Wait, butter in the fist might be good. Consider it. Think about
That's never good.
it. Butter in the fist. Yeah.
Butter in the fist.
In the fist.
The butter in the fist. I thought you said butter and a fist. I was like, no, I don't think.
No, thank you.
Butt in the fist.
That's where, yeah. I was like,
no, thank you.
No.
In, not and.
Yeah. It's nasty.
This is a gay conversation.
Very much absolutely.
Not the type of show I
Totally gay.
I did not want to have a gay show.
Well, is apparently taking that turn.
I believe in homosexual, but it took a left homosexual turn. Sorry.
Okay. All right. So
I mentioned love, and I just said
love. We're back to love.
You're sexy. You couldn't have just went on with the flow. So yes, I want security and love.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of them you can keep. I don't need the power.
Have all of it.
I do want excitement.
Excitement
So
is so good.
I would want security, love, and excitement because I do not want a boring situation. I can't stand it. I hate someone that's not spontaneous. And for me, I think
what's spontaneous?
I mean, just
spontaneous is you sitting on a couch like this, and then all of a sudden your partner is like,
I'm a boy.
grab you by the throat and throw you on the floor.
Is that the safe word? Was that your safe word?
I don't know.
I'm a boy.
So you want sexual spontaneity and
spontaneity in general.
Just in general.
Like, babe, we going out to dinner.
I
All
Get dressed.
Yeah, get dressed. We going out to dinner.
Well, yeah, or we going.
We taking care of. Like, okay, I can deal with that.
Yes.
Saturday. Goodbye.
Yes. That's the spontaneity.
Come on and pay off a student loan while
I
you're
bill without me knowing.
Yes, thank you.
Keep paying the bills without me knowing.
Wake me up with, the Dickens. Hot Dickens. Wake me up with hot Dickens.
You want to That's that Sagittarius brain. Yes, ma'am.
How does hot Dickens equate to
That's the flu.
No.
Not a feverish.
Yes.
It's feverish.
Feverish. That's the flu. With the hot Dickens, that's the flu, goddamn it. Right. Flu was strep throat. Poison.
I don't want your hot dick to be flu.
Penicillin. You need some penicillin. That shit to burn.
Oh my god.
No.
Cold though.
I don't want cold.
I don't want
warm.
Room temperature.
Okay, Nunu Stacks says let me go back.
Hi, Nunu.
She said, I think it was so tasteless about how Robin is coming out with stuff now with Whitney and discussing her life and has been and all of that stuff.
It's tasteless, but that's what happens when we need celebrity. They did the same thing about Luther Vandross.
But did they?
I mean,
yes.
But we're in a different phase right now where you can just put something on social media and it's viral. When Luther died, it was, it wasn't as fast.
And my biggest thing is that they go for stuff that is dated. Even a situation that they're bringing up something that happened with Eminem and Rihanna. A lyric that he had, and this was back in 2010 or something like that. Why is it relevant now? And it's
right.
Because for one, people just want stuff to talk about.
True story.
There's a lot of people on social media that don't have lives. And their whole life is based around trying to find gossip and social media, and they don't care how old it. Look at how they still trying to do Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson was acquitted or whatever of the crimes that they claim that he did, and they still bringing the shit up.
Because they wanted his money.
Because they ran out of the money that they had.
So they still,
Robin, her big thing was she only married Bobby because the Inquirer was about to do a full spread on her lesbian relationship.
Well, who gives a shit if she's a lesbian or not?
Well, back then it was
but still.
And they create, and so this is the thing. I think that for Whitney, they created this image of her that she wasn't. They put her in a box.
She was a sweetheart. Like she had to live in a fishbowl. That's real.
Yeah, she was in this big box, well, a fishbowl, and she was bigger than a fishbowl.
True story.
Her personality was bigger than that. She was a lot more raw. She was a lot more in your face, but she was unable to do that because they created this image of her that she had to play into, and that became. I mean, that's like wearing a size shoe that's too small for you. That's like wearing a size 6 shoe, and you got on you know you got
your toes are folded up like this. Folded in half. Burning his toes, shoes knuckly as a mother. You see them knuckles in the front of her shoe. You be like, God damn, I know that bitch feet on me. That shit does. That bitch look like pterodactyl feet in that bitch. It look like an eagle got the land on that bitch and just scoop it up out the water.
In that relationship and everything like that, I think she had to.
It's just sad how we.
It is very sad. It's very sad.
Don't love that. I just put on my page. Don't love me like that. I don't
at all. Please and thank you.
You know what? I don't. Yeah.
You love me like that, I'm gonna come back and haunt your ass.
I wanna be free.
I'm gonna just pop up at random ass spots. You gonna go in your underwear drawer and I'm gonna pop out that bitch.
Look at the ones that were out there. Like Bobby looked like he ain't been asleep in years. But then none of them is not.
Well, I mean, he did lose his daughter and his wife in a short period of time.
True.
And you just you out there. He made his documentary on her. Like,
because they can't let it go.
So Bobby, first of all, just me, was competing with her. And
I don't know that he was competing. I think that he had. I felt like he had to defend his reputation because a lot of people blamed Whitney's addiction on Bobby.
And really, Whitney got Bobby started.
I
don't know. Both of them. He was like, they was probably comparing notes and shit, and that bitch like, no, you know. So you gotta put it up there like this, and then you gotta make sure that lighter. You gotta get you a torch lighter and do that shit.
They was doing coke.
Oh God.
Well, they said she was doing crack, cause she said crack is whack.
Crack is cheap. Crack is cheap. Show me the receipts.
She was high then. She was high when she said that shit.
Yeah, but that means she had access to the good shit.
To the good stuff.
Yeah, she really didn't have no reason to be smoking no crack with all that goddamn money.
Crack dealers giving out receipts. Ma'am, stop it.
No.
Stop.
So I just think that they
don't love me like that.
I don't want that shit.
Don't love me like that.
Well, if you get famous, it's gonna be somebody crawling out that closet.
Oh God, oh God.
I remember
when I was in the 3rd grade, I used to have the biggest crush on him, and he just did me so wrong. He stole my snacks. You want that bitch having a day break with the ugly cry and shit like, man, you don't get the hell out of here with that bullshit.
Yeah, listen.
Is it something that you are like? If it's one thing that you don't want to get out. Like, I can be transparent and say...
What you mean, something like that you did that you wouldn't want to get out?
That video, I should have...
Yeah, I probably should have made that video.
True story.
Probably should have made that video. Just, you know, I just hope it never see the light of day.
When that day comes,
first of all,
this is my thing. If you own your shit, like if you know you did some old shit, you know some shit you might not have necessarily wanted to get out of there. But if you own your shit, really ain't nothing nobody can say.
Absolutely.
Like if you gonna try to hide it and all that stuff, that's when it's gonna really eat at you. But if you go out there and be like, yeah, I did the shit, and what?
See, for me, somebody who I want to be on stage and I work towards that, I just know the conversation. And we live in a world where, taboo things are not taboo anymore.
True story.
You can make a whole career from a tape.
True story.
I don't want that.
Wow.
So
that's not the path you want to take.
Yes. I don't want to be
So when you did say tape, were you performing at your best? Because it could be a comedy. You stuck it all right.
Like you dragged the cheek off of it.
I did make eye contact with the camera.
Right.
See, those videos don't last. It's the Kim K videos that's still pushing.
You look, I ain't never even seen the shit, but
me either.
It was.
I heard that shit was dry.
That's like Black China's video where her like butt implants were like flipping. It was terrible. I'm sorry.
Ew.
Disgusting.
It was
and
the
there's guys
worst.
that think that is sexy.
So she had her ass on inside out.
Quit.
Like the
I'm done. Commercial.
That is so funny.
Terrible.
You never said what yours was. What do you strive for in life?
That's what I say. I want a good cross section of
He want all of it.
Okay, I don't mind it.
Not being greedy. I know what I need to focus on, and I want it all.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that, but I definitely want excitement. I need excitement, I need security, and I need love. Those are the three.
Power isn't as important to me because people who are powerful normally answer to someone else that you don't think is powerful.
Mm-hmm.
So power isn't as important to me, but it's nice to have it.
Like, congratulations. You're having a boy.
And that's the cocktail. Okay. I like that cocktail question. Okay.
That was a good one.
That was a good one.
Yeah. I enjoyed it.
This is the next one.
Oh, God.
How close and warm is your family?
Oh, we
How close and warm is your family?
We close. I have a very close knit family. Now, on my mom's side, we like really, really close. On my dad's side, it's like we kind of we are close, but we kind of scattered about. So it's like we don't really see each other that often.
Mm-hmm.
But I have a really good family. Like I can't make no complaints about them. Like I still have loving parents. They do, still do for me even when I don't want them to. Like I can't complain. I really can't. Like I got a good family. There's a couple people that be like, you're a little agitated.
Well, that's the curve.
But there's a couple that's be like, you're a little special, ain't you? But other than that, I ain't even say that.
I'll agree. Like my family is pretty close. I'm sorry, y'all. It's pretty close knit. It's like if push come to shove and something jump off, you got a wall that you gotta break down, and it's like we gonna link arms. You know what I mean, and come against whatever it is.
Right.
Whether it's a person or a situation, you gotta come against. It's not just gonna be me. You're not coming against me. You coming against me and that one and that one and that one and that one. So our family. It's hard to take me seriously with the hiccups.
I know you ain't drunk yet. She like,
say my goddamn family. We closer than close. We closer than these bricks in this wall right here. We is close. We don't care you.
Exactly.
That's right. We close.
And then start crying and shit. Mama. We close.
Yes.
All that shit coming.
Right. I'm looking like, damn.
Some of that time.
See, he put his thumb in my butt. And that's when I knew I was molested. Like, what the hell?
Wait a minute. What the hell is that?
Motherfucker said, oh no!
Not on this show.
Oh no! Put it down! Put it down! Commercial!
We all can recall a moment of every member did some shit like that.
Hell yeah.
Oh, man.
Women did some shit like what? You talking about the thumb in the butt? What you talking about? Okay, help us, God.
The drunk crying thing.
It's always a drunk.
No, the dumb stuff that happens in my family when people are drinking. So, oh Lord, mommy, please don't kill me. Excuse me.
Hey, there she go again.
Mama, please have the hiccups.
Mama, don't kill me.
I know who can drink water and get hiccups. But like, oh, okay, great. But I come from a card playing, cigarette smoking, beer drinking family. Right.
Don't we all?
You know, you go to some family member's house on a Friday for a card game that lasts until Sunday. You understand what I'm saying?
You better not renege. You better not renege. Somebody renege. Somebody might get shot.
Yeah. You think so?
Yeah. Somebody renege.
The car going high. And you said, motherfucker, you ain't never did no.
Shit, motherfucker, you ain't got no goddamn man. You wait till the motherfucker next time. And they don't argue back and forth.
No, but my mother's gonna kill me for this. So I got a cousin who would drink too much and would be like, your titty's big as mine. Nuh-uh, no, there ain't nobody's titty's bigger than yours. Nuh-uh, ain't nobody titty's big. Your titty's bigger. Take your bra off. And that's some bullshit. That is the BS like that. Forgive me, family. I love you.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, I think everybody has that family.
No.
I would say so. I had the fortune now, but my mother's side of the family wasn't as rambunctious as my father's side. We get along. My mama's family. I love my family, but my mother's side was they were a little bit more reserved. My father's side of the family was off the fuck.
Yes, come on, off the meat rack.
I loved it.
You need it.
They're gonna give you one. You know they're gonna give you one. Somebody will give you one.
It was gonna have something on the
God.
The street with shirts and jackets.
Not shirts. Wait.
Come on, motherfucker. A knife.
Oh God. Your ass is a
they out there bitch gladiators in
gladiators too. Get my goddamn eye patch.
They out there, but
go get the eye patch.
Go get the eye patch.
And I think that the issue is that the elders in our family died.
Yeah.
And what happened is they took that energy with them, and the young ones, they never really passed it on.
Yes.
You know,
it's true.
No, because that was the good times. You needed to have all that dysfunction. That kept the family happy.
Your neighbors were terrified.
I mean, if you didn't have a Thanksgiving with a fight,
shit, I had some drunk ass neighbors.
Thanksgiving.
It was a neighbor up the street. You used to get drunk every fucking week and be out that bitch crying. It'd be the middle of the fucking night. We had to go get his ass and shit. They would send my father up that bitch because he was the only one that could calm him down. He'd be up that bitch about. Goddamn it, you motherfucking bitch. He be out there cussing and shit, you motherfucker. He would do that shit. Yo, he would do that shit like 2-3 o'clock in the morning. The whole fucking neighborhood be up.
And with that being said, we're going to cut to commercial break. This is the Cocktail Social.
And then
waters.
Get your drink and come on.
That's how he used to talk.
Who is it? You said you a damn lie.
I was
White keys only have this bitch jumping.
Okay. If I sit around, hold up. Look. If I sit around, hold up. Yeah. Rebel. Let's do it.
If I sit around, I'ma smoke some more. Wasn't even thinking about smoke before, but I'm in my head and I'm in the bed. Don't know who I am, like I'm wearing a mask. Working mode, tell them where the cash. If you wear the cash, tell them where the cash. If you playing for you, gon' run it back. Don't make promises, but I promise that. Don't promise me, cause I ain't into that. Fell in love with that and got hurt from that. Now it's all over and the curtains back. Can't see you not noticing that. I'm letting it go, it ain't holding me back. Yeah, I'm on dice, but ain't come for the crap. Drinking with uncle, we only do jack. How I'm alive, I thank God for that. Praying about it, things getting better. Open it up with my name on the letter. Why you crazy about it? Saying whatever, you shy to be you. You know you gotta be you. Sometimes I need privacy too. Yeah, you know I ride. You know I ride, and you know you ride for me too. Yeah, you know I. Look, you like getting that hit for real. When it's me and Murray, just us, we chill. I'm in a rush to get off to get you. Never ever had to floss to get you. Pay the dues that it cost to kiss you. Rug burns on the carpet with you.
Oh yeah. Come on, dog, throw this in there. Had to dedicate this to the homie out of New Orleans. Break. Said she wanna bump that. You wanna do it? Go ahead, do it.
Now listen to BeExposedRadio.com. Check out this fire flashback.
We
need to relearn what it is to be these bosses and how we conduct ourselves as business-minded individuals and just people in general. I let my gut, and if I call it gut or God or whatever, I'm led by that energy. I know where it comes from. I know where it's, taking me, and you have to figure out what is important to you, and don't play this game. It's a game that we've learned to play, this chess game, and life is not a chess game. Life is real, bones, flesh, blood, decisions.
Make sure you check out the Artist Exchange Show every Monday and Friday at 2 p.m. only on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back to the Cocktail Social. I hope that you got your cocktails. By all means, again, join the conversation. We see the waves.
Hi.
And we love the fact that you are in the chat, but join the conversation.
Talk to us over that.
Yeah, make some comments and shoot. We can
ask us some questions. You just gotta look at us and shit.
Because only one talking mine is New Stacks. Thank you, New Stacks.
Talk back. Say something.
Hey, cousin.
So my cousin was talking about the fact that my mother's side of the family, they are reserved, but they are fun. They do get, around family time, when we get together and we act out. So my mother's side, they can cut up.
Yeah,
they can cut up.
Rules and
Exactly, and they cut up. They don't do it now on my mother. Well, I think that's it. Every black family.
That might be standard.
Yeah,
they
don't get together unless it's like a funeral.
Well, that's because it's mixed. When they start mixing, your immediate families, when you start mixing them, and that's when that
you hit that bougetto.
Well, I think well, a lot of times, like what happens is like for my family, like we used to go to my grandmother's house and have Thanksgiving, and then when my grandmother died, we started going to my aunt's house. But then we also started getting older, so we started having our own families and our own husbands and wives and stuff like that. So people wanted to start their own little thing with their own family, so it kind of separated everybody. And so now it's like kind of like, well, either everybody's doing their own thing, and it's kind of sad because it's like you still want to kind of get together, but it's like everybody's doing their own, starting their own traditions and stuff.
It's like when my grandmother was kind of like the glue for our family. Everybody came to. If it wasn't my grandmother or mama, it was Aunt Peggy's house. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm sorry, something in my mouth.
Lingering poob.
And when she passed away, it was like the family fractured.
You need to put these on t-shirts.
What? Lingering pube.
I would wear that t-shirt.
I would too.
But yeah, it's just like the family fractured, and it's just like our kids, like my kids, don't know their cousins, whereas I grew up with all my cousins. Like you don't need friends because you got 65 cousins. You know what I mean? But my son is just what's up?
I think that's the head of those families. That's their responsibility, because that's my family. Like a lot of my second and third, we don't know each other, and I think that's a horrible thing. But yet our parents, they all had issues. So because they had issues down there, but you're taking away. And the sad part is, people are having children so sporadically now. What if your baby end up at the same school?
That's all I'm saying.
And then you better tell them that's your damn cousin, because you must rather end up sleeping together or some shit.
Unless they know for sure, but a lot of these children don't know.
They don't know. And I mean, like I said, I'm guilty. Like I'm guilty of. I have cousins that I grew up with, but as I got older, like my interests don't align with their interests, so we don't hang out. So because we don't hang out, our kids don't hang out.
Right.
But even outside of that, when I look at their kids' interests versus my kids' interests, that would never work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm not about to force them.
Well, we all had a drug dealer cousin and a prostituting cousin.
I come from a dignified family.
But we
I was 2 out of those.
He was like, I was a prostitute. I was a gigolo. I was a man whore.
So, like, you gotta take those opportunities despite what your differences are. Because you done moved out in the county, you ain't got time for your city family no more.
But
it don't. I don't think
I think people just don't have that importance of family anymore.
That's true.
You know, like I said, when
go to a friend's Thanksgiving and they just passed about 5 family members on the way to their
but
then it's a lot of shit that ain't being talked about too.
A lot of families got old wounds.
Yeah,
exactly. It ain't being talked about.
And what happens is childhood wounds linger on into adulthood, and instead of you just communicating, because of like I had like. Even with me, growing up, I think everybody in Baltimore City that lived in the city had a fucked up upbringing because it was jacked up. So you had, like people are holding grudges for shit that happened when they were 9.
But their children
I don't know about holding grudges.
You had that enrichment in your life. You had those days where all the aunts or whatever met together in the square and you've had those
and they deliberately did that. They were like, even though, and the funny thing I will say with my Aunt Agnes, and I absolutely loved my Aunt Agnes because she was the worldly one. She was the one that she cussed, she cooked, she was the fun one. And so you knew
I see her barefoot for some reason.
No, she wasn't nobody barefoot.
I'm the barefoot.
She was
Jay. Really? Never got no damn shoes on.
The funny thing though, she's like 4 foot. She was like this small. But she was like feisty. A fucking Wolverine.
You might be taller than her, but you ain't never
Hell no. Ever. But she was, she held it down. When you went to her house, you had a good day. And it was, the house was full of shit. Yeah. But it was like you could still fit everybody in it. So it was like, he was like, how all these niggas get up in here?
We have a family, my Aunt Lucille, and she has 6 children. And I've always been envious of that nuclear family because you see on social media, I don't care what they say about each other or how, that one family, they always get together. The rest of us is like, why the fuck can't we do that?
Yes.
Or we all stole away to that house.
Yeah.
And it's like, why couldn't we just be...
Well, see, I come from a huge family because I got like 30-some first cousins on my mother's side. My grandmother had 10 kids, so everybody married, had kids, and that was like 30 of us. And we are like the ones that were born the same year that I was the only girl born the year that I was born.
Yeah.
And I was the youngest.
Right.
So it's like, all the ones that was born that same year, we pretty tight for the most part. My other cousin, she was born like the year after. Me and her pretty close. But it's like the ones that are older, it's like we cool, but I just don't hang with them because they older than me. You know what I mean?
That's the opposite in my family. When I was pregnant, there were 6 of us that were pregnant at the same time.
Shit.
All of us but one dropped boys. And then the second year, there was another round. All of the same ones, minus me, were pregnant again.
Oh, yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So it's like nobody was ever pregnant by themselves.
Right.
So in my mother's generation, they're all like sisters and brothers. But with my son's generation, like
they don't
even know each other. They like, hey, what's up?
And that's
where it lies.
They even speak. And
my son better speak. I punch him in his nose.
You better open your mouth.
But there's a lot of family members that don't require that. That's
so my kittens that's out there in Facebook world. No, we got to cut the break. I want you to tell us how you are with your families. Are you close to your families? Do y'all still get together? What are you doing for the holidays? We like to know.
You starting up shit for
yes,
we're gonna start a new tradition.
So get your cocktails. Join us after these messages.
Stripper Sundays.
Like I can see what I'm
doing. Stripper Sundays for my.
Like the one thing you always gotta remember is people gonna try to project their insecurities onto you. But you can't listen to what them niggas saying. You gotta get out here and do your shit regardless. You gonna do what you love for the rest of your life anyway. So why not turn that shit into something? Be a man of everything you say. This shit bigger than me, man. Like yeah, I'm good and all that, but you know what I mean? I ain't shit without y'all. So no matter what you up to, just go hard. Don't matter. Can you imagine how I really having nothing is? Stomach growling, you ain't got no food in the fridge. Surviving on a jail diet of water and bread. No father figure, it's cause my father dead. Mom's bringing different niggas in and out the crib. No money, so you seen it's less than all your friends. But it a joke because your mother was a crackhead. Older sister hoeing off, giving all the homies head. I could wait for your response, but they let her hear me talk, so I just wait for the applause. I always knew that I was great, I got them haters so appalled. I'ma make it out the darkness, and my word is my bond.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Socialite, none.
You know what?
If I'm falling off a fucking cliff and gotta hold my fat ass up, I'm dead. Okay,
it's over.
It's over.
I don't even like a liturgical dance no more because my arms be so
a bitch never could do a cartwheel. I could never do a cartwheel.
I'll tell you the first time.
Hallelujah.
Now we digressed away from the topic at hand, but I like this conversation.
Yeah.
So now I remember the first time I went to a strip club.
Oh
and
shit,
I will
we
say
on the head.
that the females were much better than the males. I thought I was being turned on by the males because I'm thinking like you know what, you get to see you get to see penises and butts, but I was not turned on. It was like they weren't skilled.
No.
Had a lot more.
Don't man. The first stripper I saw, his ass, look, he come out there with this little cowboy outfit on and shit, right? First of all, you got on a goddamn cowboy outfit.
What was this?
I'm gonna tell you.
There's no head or there, but the bitch had on cowboy boots, right? He went to take his pants off, but he forgot his pants was tucked in his boots.
Nope.
So when he went to take his pants off, like his pants got caught in his boots, and he had to sit. It was so awkward. Man, it was bad. I said, "No, I ain't gonna be able to do it."
I'm going next.
Like when I was young, I wanted to be like a manager, little Phaedra Parks and shit. So I managed a stripper. That was the first time.
And they need managers.
Come through here, boys. Yes, they do for booking.
A lot of them are helped by like girly girls or other female strippers or gay men. Help them like with their costumes and their moves.
That's a mess.
And they don't realize women who will want to come see them want to see a man. And not like somebody like gyrating. Most straight women that I know don't like all that movement from a man. They want like a guy.
Like I'm disgusted.
And a lot of them are being trained by other female strippers, so that's why you see the same type of moves. And the costumey feeling.
There's no eroticism to it.
I don't like male strippers at all. They disgust me. Like, don't fucking
girl.
Like the fact that they want to do hair.
Hell no. Look, let me tell you something. First of all, I gotta be attracted to you before you can strip in front of me and really turn me the hell on. Like some of the male, female, whatever. Like now the artistry of a female stripper, I'm not gay, but I would rather watch a female stripper just to watch how, like damn, I wish I could do that. Right. But the males, I went to a male strip party and the dude, and I guess because a lot of the women be like, oh my God, and screaming and hollering. That's not me. He came up to me, grab all on me, try to hump and whatnot. I was so like turned on, like please get the hell off of me. I don't want you touching me. First of all, you're not even cute in the face. You look like a goddamn gargoyle in the goddamn face.
And you got nappy pubes crawling down your thighs, and you want a handstand
ruin that shit
and hump on me. No, thank you.
So the type of strippers that I like are very feminine. I don't like the masculine butchy ones because they look clumsy. In
terms of women or men?
Both. I like the guys.
I wouldn't want no masculine ass woman stripper. No way.
I like the guys that are kind of androgynous, and so when they're dancing, they're kind of. I love
I've
flexibility.
never seen that.
And I love androgynous.
So I've never seen that.
So I love androgynous men, and I love females that. I mean, I just love females that are just feminine. And when we went to this club down in D.C.
Was it the Wet?
It wasn't a Skylark, was it? I hope you ain't go to that goddamn Skylark.
It was House or something like that. But whatever it was, every last one of them was Sex and E. And I was, let me tell you, Sex and E. I was like, yes. And I was out there and still.
He said he almost reconverted it one night. He was like, oh shit, let me take these goddamn needles off and put on these
I was a lesbian for a night. I was a whole lesbian that night. I had on stilettos. And can I tell you something? I was like, yes. And they was like opening their legs in front of me. And I was like, show me all of that.
You didn't tell me you was this type of person. This never got time.
Onika Bell said she doesn't like male strippers. They do nothing for her.
Not at all.
Nothing. I feel you, girl. Nothing.
The strip clubs. I went to female strip clubs. I went to female strip clubs with friends of mine, and like you said, the artistry is everything. I went to a club in DC on, I think it was L Street, called The Wet. It was normally a gay male bar, but like a certain Saturday of the month, yes, they had female strippers. They had chicks that would do handstand. Like this one chick plugged up the drain to the shower. It made, the water fill. She did a handstand. She did all her dance. She did a handstand. Came down on a split and then splash, splash, splash. And then another chick had a whole baby pool on the stage. It was Easter weekend. Yeah. She had pink milk.
Jesus needed a baby pool.
Yes, Jesus needed a baby pool. She had blue milk, pink milk, yellow milk. She took that gallon of milk, stuck it in her hoo-ha, and let it drain, and then she shot milk out of her cooter.
Like a pussy spit, like I'm
glad I'm lactose.
I got the bubble guts just thinking about that shit. Like, oh god.
I had never seen anything like that.
Yeah, well, you won't never see no shit like that no more either.
I was just amazed that people are doing it. They're splashing water back on an L-shape.
Sport. It's
an athletic sport. Bitch, you get my money just because you can climb a pole. I can't do that shit.
Let me tell you. To climb a pole, you have to have extraordinary upper body strength.
And that's why my ass will be laying on my fucking neck.
Remember my birthday party?
The Pimps and Hoes party?
Oh my goodness.
You had a Pimps and Hoes party?
He had a Pimps and Hoes party back in the day. I was a Navajo. I was dressed like an Indian. I had on this little teeny ass skirt, my little vest with my shingles and shit on that motherfucker. You couldn't tell me shit.
Is that racist?
I had a...
Is it? Okay.
I mean, how can it be racist if we the Indians too? I mean, we are the aboriginals of this planet. Don't forget it.
I was saying, so I had to learn how to dance on a pole, and when I tell you the grace and the strength that you need to get,
we ain't talking about a light pole though. You was on a stroll.
Man, I was on a motherfucking light pole.
He was on a goddamn stop sign out that bitch, y'all. Woo!
You need something strong.
Stop in the name of love, man.
I love it.
Upper body strength.
I ain't got it.
And that's why I be on my fucking neck. I couldn't be I had to be a floor stripper. I had to be one of them wall crawling bitches. I couldn't get on no goddamn pole. I had to crawl around that bitch because I couldn't get on no pole. I'd be laying on the floor.
I attempted to do a cartwheel one time.
No, sir.
I can't do cartwheels.
I fell on my neck.
That's why I don't do fucking cartwheels. I was never built to do cartwheels. I was a thick ass kid.
I thought I was trying because I was trying to do a split and a cartwheel. It didn't come out that way.
I'm sure.
I bust that was a clumsy, and I did it outside.
Oh,
and so
on the sidewalk.
I did it in the grass. I did it in the grass. and it was on Joppa Road. And when I did it, I know people saw it because they was like, "What the fuck is his ass?" I went up.
This motherfucker 7'9" trying to do a goddamn cartwheel.
Joppa Road is a major intersection.
Right? Like what?
Why aren't you on a major?
Motherfucker doing cartwheel, kicking people across the street with his long ass legs and shit. No, get your ass out of here.
I was learning how to play dance on a almost out. So my cousin was teaching me how to dance.
Joppa Road?
No, not Joppa Road. I was practicing.
Joppa Road.
Yes, that's how bad I wanted because that's me. I was trying to practice.
No, I'm gonna be sick. Stop.
How old was you out that bitch practicing on Joppa Road?
I was like, what?
So you knew better, goddamn it. Get your ass off this goddamn corner. Somebody just get your motherfucker. Look at his ass attention seeking. Get your ass up out of here.
I'm trying to think of any place on Joppa Road.
Nowhere.
I can do a cartwheel.
No fucking where.
It's
nowhere.
Not at all.
Whole shopping center.
Well,
What did you doing?
It was going towards. It was grass, and I tried to do.
We ain't talking about that little ass patch of grass in the middle of the street.
The little bitch.
He out there motherfucker tonight.
I quit.
Right.
That's right. I was
quit.
shimmying.
Honey.
That's a negative
and then I went and I was like, and it was so
I'd have bought a milkshake just to throw on your ass.
That would be.
I'd have been out that bitch like a motherfucking Taliban throwing rocks and shit. Corn out this bitch. What's wrong with you?
Get your ass.
You gotta say it like that. You gotta get your ass. You gotta talk to your teeth at your ass.
Anything that say, please tell me somebody threw $1.
They probably was like, oh, he's a little retarded guy. I'm going to hell for that, but I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Lord. They probably thought that was on the short bus.
Because you were on Joppa Road. Joppa Street.
At least if you was on Pennsylvania Avenue or North Avenue or somewhere, you could try to blend in and shit. They thought you was high. But not on no Joppa Road.
Yeah.
You stuck.
When you shopping?
I was going to and that's the first thing. I was going to the shopping center.
But along Joppa Road.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, that's where the
Thompson Town Center.
I quit all of y'all. I quit every last one of y'all.
So I did it. It happened, but that was me trying to.
Because that wasn't your friend.
No, I was by myself.
Oh, so you definitely was retarded.
Yeah.
He was like that bitch like ding. Look at the dog. Look at the pretty lights. I want to flip. I'm so happy. No. So happy.
The hell with you.
Happy.
So all I'm saying,
you were a teenager.
I know.
Under the influence.
What I would say is this:
Under
I had
the
my
influence
earphones,
of gayness.
I had my you know, a good phone session happens at any moment.
It's just kicking at any time.
You hear boom.
Oh shit! I'm at Walgreens in this bitch.
You know, any moment it'll come out. Well, but the car, because I had in my head I could do it.
No,
and
you don't do that shit in public. You do that shit in a park behind a fucking warehouse or somewhere where ain't nobody gonna see. You don't do that shit out in public. On Joppa Road of all fucking places. It ain't shit on Joppa Road. It's like you said. It's no grass patches other than the medium strip.
It's a school.
Somebody got you on video.
That shit gonna pop up when he like 80 years old. He gonna explain that shit.
So you remember you was talking about the actual? Is there a film? That would be the film. Like, hey, y'all want to see this shit?
No.
Because the way I fell.
No.
Oh no, you fell.
I didn't get you.
No.
Did you even make
So I went up. I went over.
You tried to hit a flip.
He went there. They always start off like this and shit. Like
I tried to do
no.
When I went over.
Oh, you trying to do a roundabout?
I don't know what the fuck it was.
Our camera is to the side.
It was just like
I'll tell you. whoever saw it though, they was like,
my word.
Where's his helmet?
He got the helmet with the stick on the front of that bitch.
Where's his helmet?
My mommy dressed me this morning and told me not to get dirty.
Looking at me like, who let him out? He is so big.
Oh no.
Cause let me tell you, I hit the ground so hard that I was like, and I was like, never again.
That was like, look, honey, let me tell you. I had a party at my house one time, right? I had a party at my house.
Supposed to be a group home up here.
And the shit got a little wild, right? So, somehow we ended up outside on a slip and slide.
Oh, God.
When I tell you that shit is not made for motherfucking adults. Yo. We went to slide down that bitch. I went down that motherfucker one time. First of all, when I hit the goddamn thing, the shit said... The bitch that I ain't slide no goddamn way. I don't know if I needed like some dish liquid or some shit on that bitch to get some extra slipperage, but I ain't going no goddamn way, yo. And when I tell you my titty balls, that motherfucker, that was like, never again. It looked fun, but I never do that shit again. But it was at least I can say it was at night. Nobody was out there, bitch. My neighbors probably was like, these bitches is crazy. But I had other friends with me. We got to the point we was out there, bitch, in fucking Spanx and underclothes and shit. Because it wasn't planned. But the slip and slide is not for adults.
It's not for
at all.
I would never do that.
I wouldn't try it.
I feel like I'm just
listen, okay? Because listen,
because when that shit hit your titties and that goes thoof, I'm like,
They had a really big one along Utah place.
You saw the super. Now I did want to do that because they had one on Hillen Street that they wanted.
I stood as an adult on this side and watched everybody else do it.
Right, because that was the same year that they brought what is that game show? With the big
you saw Wipeout?
Yes!
I love that show.
My co-worker actually did that show. You know that bitch broke her fucking clavicle and ended up with pins on her arms because she decided to dress like... no, she dressed like a superhero and did fucking Wipeout. Bitch, you are 40 years old. Why do you think that's a good idea?
No.
Well, so now you understand why I didn't do no more flips. You understand?
That motherfucker said, retired.
One and done.
Ain't gonna be I'm telling you, I won't go down that slip and slide no damn more.
Well, so that was that.
I flapped down so goddamn hard, my titties went through and was on my back.
No, sir. Do not research that video.
Yeah,
don't do it. Don't do it.
Right along.
Don't do it.
Throw it away.
Throw it out.
Well, there's several videos, but let me tell you, that would be the one. If someone had that, I would not want them to show it, and I would probably pay them handsomely. I would pay them handsomely to hide. Burn it.
Got that bitch bribing them and shit.
All over my Instagram. I'm mad that you were an adult, that you were by yourself, that you was on job parole.
That part.
All three of them together. Some to the
But that
I'm surprised they give him an EP, an emergency petition out that motherfucker. Like, he needs help.
That you know the level of crazy I am, and when I'm in the zone, I'm in the zone, and I was.
And he was high.
Went to the
I was.
And see,
I was.
now the truth comes out.
Oh God.
So you went to the bus stop like, damn, I should've.
You know what? I want to do this cartwheel. I'm gonna try this shit.
That's exactly what happened.
You saw a Patrick.
That was actually what. No, and I had my routine together. Let me tell you,
sir.
I had my music in my ear. I was listening to. Let me tell you what song I was listening to. I was listening to T-shirt and my panties on.
T-shirt and my panties on.
That's how I like it.
T-shirt and my panties on.
Wait, no. You're not getting past it. I was in my mid-20s. No, that was Adina Howard?
Yes. I was listening to T-shirt and panties and I was dancing my But with that said,
don't you tell nobody else
with that said,
what
we're
about
going
my T-shirt and my panties on said?
Let me do a
You know
cartwheel.
what? I can do a cartwheel.
Do a cartwheel right now.
Why are you trying to make it logical?
That was his video
idea.
idea.
Yes, that you don't do logic with
you
that.
You are in charge of children right now. I need to find the logic in your decision.
And guess what? That's why I make a good person.
He did say he was high.
Yeah, so I'm speaking from experience.
On what is the question?
Right.
And after that, we'll be back with what he was on.
Your comments. What do you think he was high on?
You can send your comments
Yes.
after these messages. This is the Cocktail Social. We are having a fabulous time.
Yes.
Join us with your comments. Get your cocktail. Talk to you after.
Take a minute and listen to this flashback of the Black by Demand radio show.
Control. They said she wouldn't so they didn't know if she had a weapon. So it's just a mess. So yeah, you do have to have these discussions with your children.
You do. And you have to make them aware of that there is an enemy out there. Every time the police pull you over, or every time you have an interaction with the police as a black person, you are at risk of being in front of your enemy. Hopefully, it's not a police officer that wants to demonstrate that he's your enemy, but we all see it's a high probability of that being the case. So if we're not talking to our children do not have the coping mechanisms to deal with these type of intense situations. What they're going to do is what most of us do as black people, me and anyone else, which is become emotional. And that is the trigger point for the police. They know that black people are emotional people. So when they arrive on the scene, they are purposely trying to say and do things to you to get your...
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Important to you that this is a heavy one. This is a heavy one. So our next question is going to be a heavy one. So if you're welcome to the Cocktail Social.
Hi.
We're back. And the next question is going to be a heavy one. So we're switching gears.
I'm like, what the hell was you thinking?
You going to send me a text about that?
Because that shit is right here right now.
Right on that motherfucker right on the third eye, like.
Okay. So this is switching lanes.
Yes. Like he was.
What is? Hell.
Turn your daggone. Okay. Have you ever considered suicide?
I'm afraid.
You know what? I never really wanted to go through with no shit. But I thought about, like, cause if I was to kill myself, how would it affect other people? Because you have people out there that just
who would find you.
To me, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've never, been like, what, fucking, I can't take it no more, but kill myself. No, fuck that. If motherfucker said I killed my goddamn self, look for a goddamn murderer, because I ain't killing my goddamn self. I be damned. But it's people out there that do kill themselves, and I just feel like it's a selfish move.
I say
because
but they have no other.
Because
shit ain't never that goddamn bad.
Well, we don't know that.
I mean, I get it. I get why people go that route and stuff like that, but for me, shit ain't that goddamn bad.
And I get it. I see.
I'm like,
as an adult,
not for me to kill my goddamn self.
I've been in the vicinity of it, but when that common sense jumped back in, it wasn't about who would find me. I'm like, Grandma, I'm gonna see you one day, and I was like, I'm gonna see you again one day, Grandma.
But not.
Well,
not today.
When I was younger, I was like
today.
14, maybe a little bit older. My grandmother passed away, and I took it very, very hard. And I tried it. It wasn't a successful attempt because
obviously
it was Tylenol.
You gonna kill yourself? I mean, it can happen. I mean, it can work. It will fuck you up. But you don't want to do like that motherfucker that was on Jenny Jones that time. I'm telling my age a little bit, but fuck y'all.
Yeah.
The bitch was on Jenny Jones. This bitch tried to kill his goddamn self and drink Drano. But what the fuck it did was it ate all this shit out. It ate his stomach up. So they saved him, but they attached his intestines to his throat. So every time he would eat, it would just go straight through. So he had to
That shit is mad.
And then he had like when he had to massage that shit down like a snake. Like that shit was in his fucking like you can see the lump of food. And he had to massage that shit down, and it was like in his chest. He had to massage it down, and then he had to sit like damn near on the toilet to eat, but he had to constantly eat because
to push it down.
He had to constantly eat because because he didn't have a stomach and stuff like that, it was like he couldn't absorb the nutrients. So it's like, he had to constantly fucking look. It was an old episode of Jenny Jones, but my thing is, you're gonna kill yourself and you don't succeed.
Of it. It's a lot of episodes like that on YouTube where people. The life after. It's called Life After, and it shows you stuff like that.
Yeah, you didn't try to kill yourself and fuck yourself up. Like you jump, like it was a dude back in the day. He jumped off a fucking bridge. But when he jumped, he was it was summertime. He jumped off the bridge. He lived, but he was broke up like shit. And just so happened, it was summertime. So had it just so happened when he jumped, it rained. And that's the only thing that saved him because it was like it would otherwise it would have been too hot. It would have been too hot and he would have died. But because it rained, he was actually able to survive. But I'm like, you broke up all over. So when you survive, now you sit there with a fucking body cast on, talking about, and then you really can't kill your goddamn self because you're fucking on. I don't mean to make light of shit, but
a lot of people who live.
What if you make it?
It was about the attention. Like they were void of it. I'm big on family checking in on each other just because a lot of those situations, all somebody needed was a phone call. That in that moment. And because we don't think about, I ain't seen this person in 3 days or 3 weeks or 3 months, and we don't think to call that person, and that person is sitting there waiting for somebody to interject. But when nobody interject, they go through with it.
And you know what the funny thing is? The reason I brought it up is because I happened to be thinking about a guy that I went to school with. And he was the nicest guy for all 4 years of school.
He was wearing a mask.
Smiled. He had the perfect personality, and I absolutely adored his personality because I thought he was just the nicest person. The day after he graduated, he went down to Patterson Park and shot himself in the
But you don't know what he was going home to every day.
I have no clue. You never have a clue.
And it's like, don't let the smiles fool you because most comedians, are sad and they're going through some rough shit. Yeah. And like I'm a funny person, but I mean I've experienced some shit in my life that that was rough. But at the same time, it's never been so rough to the point where it's like I feel like I need to die.
You know what?
Shit.
The funny thing is
damn
that to be a comedian, I think you have to be able to. You have to have fucked up stuff that you can flip it. And be able to
any type of performing artist, you got to be able to tap into
and to be honest, I don't think comedians should have as many how like some people say, oh well, he's a white comedian, he used the word nigga, or he did this, or he said that, or he did. Comedians don't have no goddamn restraints. You know what I'm saying? If it's a punchline, you know what I mean, I feel like you should be able to say it. You know what I mean? Like because you're a comedian, it's like you supposed to look for the funny light side of whatever situation. And I think that now it's like we, as a society, we become so sensitive and you ain't supposed to say that.
Well, it's not sensitive. It is now okay for people to feel hurt by something. No longer
that's
do we
fine.
have to swallow
but at the same damn
anymore.
time, how many times you heard nigga on TV? That's hurtful to a lot of people too, but they still say it.
But you don't know who that person they looking at, that white person, who that person represents to them. Because a lot of us have grown, like, you would think somebody my age did not have to go through racism the way my parents or grandparents did. But I went through Catholic school, and these were good old boys. But a lot of us, especially that live in a city, we don't see it that way.
Who told you that?
I'm saying a lot of people have not experienced racism in that way.
I've
but we
never
are still of a certain
really
age.
Experienced it. Like, matter of fact, one time. This was when this will tell you how long ago this shit was. This was when Layla Ali was boxing, and we was at like a little bar type setting, and it was a young European girl, and she was dancing around, and she was like, she came by our table, she was like, I'm gonna dance for the colored people.
Yeah,
and it was like somebody dragged the goddamn needle across a. I'm like. I'm like, I know she ain't just call us colored.
She ain't know no better.
But I had to consult with my friends. Like, did she just call us colored?
She didn't know no better.
And she didn't. But because she said it, I had to let her ass know. Because I'm like, look, if you had got another group of so-called black people or whatever that was a little bit more, or some colored folk, that you know, they would have tried to stomp a fucking mud hole in your ass. But I'm gonna educate you just because I'm gonna consider the fact that maybe you just don't know no fucking better. So it's my job to come to you and say, look, you use the term that is like way gone, completely outdated, and it's offensive. And I had to talk to her. She was like, oh no, I'm not racist, I have black friends and this and the other. I said, okay, that's fine. But you use the term that is so goddamn old that I don't even see how the fuck you even drag that shit out of your mouth, because she was younger than I was. So, you know, I just think as you know, we have a responsibility too to kind of check some of this shit. But I think we didn't got to the point where it's like we're so, you know, everybody got to be so politically correct and this, like we become too sensitive.
Well, the part of what you're saying, I totally agree, because I think now it's a crutch. But for so long, like our parents and their parents, they weren't allowed to say that's offensive to me.
Right, they couldn't.
And now we've gotten so privileged that we can say you're canceled now. Your whole being is canceled.
Demonstration is
done. You've done.
But some of the stuff I don't think is as okay.
I think what happens is in this situation, I think because like what you were saying, that you never had that ability, that you're now like, you know what, now you're making up for lost time. And for me, so the reason I brought it up
everybody's so triggered now.
Right. The reason why I brought it up, because I think that for a lot of young people, I remember that the guy, I empathize with the young guy that was being bullied. He was a gay male, young male, and
everybody like, what's the problem?
Yeah, what was the problem? He was being bullied, and I don't think people recognize that growing up different is really hard. Be it that you are dark skinned. For me, in my era, it was, you know, light skin versus dark skin.
Right.
Light skin versus dark skin.
Believe me, because I used to catch that shit. Because they feel like, oh, light skinned girls is stuck up and this and that. And I'm like, hold up, I'm the most down to earth, chill type chick you ever want to fucking meet.
And I was
you know, like
light skin girl, the assumption is you had it made.
Right.
No. I was mad. My ass was like, I wanted to be brown.
I was dark skinned, and at the same time, I was kind of built like I'm built now. Curvy, big hips, big booty, thick thighs, all of that at a young age. And my friends were
I was chunky. I was chunky.
You know what I'm saying?
I was struggling with my identity for a long time, but in the early 80s, 90s, that wasn't something you couldn't be gay.
You couldn't.
And
because that shit was like a goddamn.
Talked about from the time you woke up and then where you to the time.
But everybody not understanding their different struggles. I watched thing with what's his name, the comedian Kevin Hart. He did one with the boy who did he came out with the country song. Right after that boy was Nas X. After the boy killed himself, and they all
he killed himself?
No, I'm saying after the gentleman killed himself, Little Nas X and Kevin Hart did like this barbershop series thing, and they were saying to him, why would you have to wait until this big celebrity to come out? He was like, because I lived in the hood, and somebody would have tried to hurt me or harm me or rape me or something, and they're all sitting there as these hyper toxic masculine men, faking like they don't understand that he had a struggle that could have got him killed.
Right.
And we don't look at other people's struggles. If I saw the difference between light skin and dark skin. My mother was the only light skinned child in a family of 12 other children. And I saw the difference in how she was treated versus how her siblings was treated. And some of her siblings now are jealous of her and her sister because they were the light skinned ones and they were the dark skinned ones.
Was she treated better or worse?
They were treated better.
Okay.
Like when my grandmother had to like send them to different houses, they had to stay home and struggle. Where my aunt and my mother got to go to my aunt's house and live a little bit better. That family I was talking, and that does stuff to people psychologically.
I mean, it's a lot of damage that has been done. You know, even amongst ourselves. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's the whole stereotype. It's like, okay, obviously I'm fucking light skinned.
Yeah.
Your ass was black.
Like for the longest time when we was little, my brother thought I was white. You know what I'm saying? Because I used to have little blonde hair. Like my hair was like a sandy, like that look.
Color.
You know what I mean? And it's like, you know, like I used to always be like, well, damn, I wish I was darker. You know, whereas, you know, like my darker, you know, cousins and, you know, friends and stuff used to wish they was light. And I'm like, you know, to me, it's like, it's so fucking stupid.
It is stupid.
Because it's like, look, we are black people.
Really
We come from a range from damn near white to the blackest of black. And it's like, you know, for us to sit there and tear each other apart within ourselves. Like, how do you expect other people to respect us?
But that tearing apart is really ripping your own insides out.
And it is. But it's systematically put there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, if we was in slavery time, then I would be in the house.
So
I'm living a little bit better because y'all in the field, I'm in the house, but I'm just as much as a slave as you are. I don't want to be in this bitch breastfeeding motherfucking kids and shit.
And maybe even worse because you getting fucked on the regular.
You feel me? So it's like if I was a slave, I'd be the bitch that be sneaking biscuits out the back door to my motherfucking field.
And that's where I would be.
See,
that's the importance of and significance of telling the whole story.
Yeah.
The whole Uncle Tom story, all of that, because it's perspective. People didn't see how that person was just as important as the Harriet Tubman was.
Exactly. I saw that movie. I did go see that.
I had a situation at work, right? Where we're sitting in a meeting. I'm not really actively a part of the meeting. I'm just there to take minutes. Okay, so I don't have a say in anything that's going on. I'm supposed to just be taking notes. And a woman was brought up. Somebody who has some say in what we do at my job. And an older white male. When I say older, I mean older than 60.
Oh, his ass was like Scrooge McDuck in that motherfucker.
True story. He refers to the woman in question as being pitch black.
Oh, see, bitch. See, that's
you know Jane Doe. She works at such and such.
I draw the goddamn line.
Wait,
motherfucker taking out all her motherfucking earrings. Oh, motherfucker! You just said the wrong shit now.
So there are there are 4 dark-skinned women at the table, 1 light-skinned woman at the table, and 1 black woman at the table who can pass for white. That's real talk. She can pass. Okay? If she didn't tell you, you wouldn't know. Her, the passable one, and the oldest dark-skinned woman at the table Kiki with the rest of the white folks. Me and the other 2 sisters at the table.
Like, what the hell y'all laughing at?
Was looking like the fuck just happened. Now, internally, I think that internally we all have like a lineup sitting on a bench and that person shows up when we need them. But all of the sisters on my bench turned around and looked at me like, bitch, what you finna say?
The motherfucker said,
what did you say, nigga?
Exactly.
That shit went the motherfucking boom knocking at me.
What did you say, nigga?
Motherfucker think me to showed up.
So it bothered me so bad that I had to go to my supervisor, who was the black woman who could pass for white. And when I said something to her, she was like, what happened? What did he say?
But you know what? Can I say this? As a person growing up, and I'm gonna tell you, I never forget. I was in high school. It was so funny because I was thinking, you know what I mean? I'm stepping into myself, and I'm liking me being black.
Yeah,
liking my dark melanin, dark skin. So I asked an artist to do a canvas of me, and what his response was, I can't do a canvas of you because your features are too bold.
The fuck you mean?
So he's like, you got big everything.
He went that bitch like when JJ painted that picture of Sweet Daddy's girl and shit.
Yeah, the funny thing is, he's a black guy, and I'm listening to him, and I'm like, damn, he made me. If I wasn't learning to be courageous and confident in my skin, I would have walked away wounded. But because I was like, you know what, I love my skin, I love everything bold about me. So I was like, okay, well, fuck it, you just can't do it.
You can't do it.
the way that I knew what he was saying was that, you know, your features, those.
It was based on what he was taught. Yeah. And when you learn a European way, specifically visual arts, they learn proportions. And your proportions were too off
extravagant.
Scale
they were too extravagant.
And that his learned state of being an artist was not equipped for who you are.
Right.
And that's why I understand why people flock to fucking Micah. And you're black as shit because you're not going to learn anything about us. I'm just saying.
But see, that opens a whole nother goddamn can of worms. Okay, at what point are we going to start educating our own damn children?
Listen,
you got fucking. Look, I'm an artist.
I'm a.
You know what I'm saying? You got doctors. You got dentists. You got, you know, daycare providers, whomever within our community. At what damn point do you say, you know what? Enough is enough.
When we
you know what I mean? This system is not set up for us. Let's start our own goddamn system.
Yeah.
But we too busy crabbing in a barrel. Oh no, this bitch think he motherfucker all that because he got a goddamn degree. Guess what? Everybody in the community got a position to play and something to contribute.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit if you're a crackhead on the goddamn street. If that crackhead don't mind picking up the goddamn trash in Baltimore City after they call it rat infested and all that old bullshit, then let that goddamn crackhead go out there and pick up that goddamn trash and appreciate the fact that they went out there and picked up that fucking trash. But the problem is we sitting back worried about, well, I ain't doing that shit and this motherfucker better than me and this it's too much bullshit. We need to simplify this shit, bring it back to what the hell it was. Look, straighten your ass up, get your shit together, and stop bullshitting. Because at this point, I feel like as a people and as a society at whole, we bullshitting.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Only thing we sit around is like, oh shit, I'm on Instagram. You over there showing your motherfucking whack ass breakfast with your motherfucking split hot dogs and your motherfucking scrambled eggs. Like that shit is some spectacular shit. And don't get it twisted. I done ate fucking hot dogs. I done ate hot dogs and motherfucking eggs. But at the same goddamn time, I'm just saying. Don't act like you done came up with a gourmet meal, motherfucker. This is a lot. We make that shit all the goddamn time.
That's right.
That was some good shit. I ain't gonna look. A motherfucking fried bologna sandwich. That was some good quality shit. I'm talking about the bologna with that little red stuff on it. You gotta peel off.
I don't know what spam is. But it was fried.
Salt
with some eggs and some cheese, man.
Spam is salted potted ham.
Yeah, it is.
Salted
it's like the giblets. It's like the ham giblets that have been left over that they meshed together and made it into a pit like a giblet.
It was the goodest.
The goodest.
The most goodest. Most goodest. You gotta say most goodest.
And hold on, and let me tell you another thing. A king syrup.
Oh, king syrup. Look, let me tell you something. You put king syrup on that shit, you gonna be full all goddamn day. I don't give a fuck what you put king syrup on. You can put king syrup on a goddamn chicken tender, but you eat that goddamn one chicken tender with some king syrup, you gonna be full. That shit'll swell up on your ass. You gonna be.
I heard no knowledge of what you speak of. What is this king syrup that you refer to?
Oh, don't act like you don't know about no goddamn king. Look, they didn't call it king. They said king.
I didn't like the king syrup.
King syrup that you refer to.
Let me tell you something. I would rather put jelly on my pancakes than king syrup.
I'm gonna tell you
too much for me.
I'm gonna tell you the trick. I'm gonna tell you the trick to the king syrup. The trick to the king syrup is you gotta heat that bitch up so it'll thin out, and then you gotta add butter. You gotta make sure you got butter so that shit'll be thin. Because if you eat that shit too thick, that shit'll stick your lips together.
That shit gonna be.
You know, bitch, you trying to eat the.
No, you gonna be trying to swallow that pancake and that shit's gonna be stuck.
That better get stuck. Like I need some. He needs some milk stuck in your throat. Can I get some orange juice? Oh God. You sound like a car stuck in mud in that bitch. I'm trying to tell you. Tried to tell you.
That wasn't a struggle. That was gourmet.
Wait, my sister said I love king syrup.
Yeah, that shit's a good shit. That's some good shit there.
She was
yeah.
So, the next cocktail question.
Next question.
Next question. What is so important to you that without it, life would not be worth it?
Wait a minute. I don't mean to cut you off. I got a comment. Miss Onika Bell said, King Syrup. My husband takes his King Syrup to IHOP.
Oh no!
Right.
He got that motherfucker tucked underneath his arm like a newspaper. Like, goddamn it! These motherfuckers ain't right unless they got the king syrup
back.
Right.
Take a that shit off the table. Well, you need king syrup on everything at IHOP. That shit. If it ain't the pancake, I ain't eating.
Let me tell you something. First of all, that glaze gets over everything. It moves.
You can put that bitch on fried potatoes. You can put that bitch on your eggs. You can put that bitch. When you put that shit in the country,
come out the pan. So
I don't know about y'all, but my people was country. They used to make motherfucking codfish and potatoes.
Yeah.
They used to put them goddamn
codfish cakes. Goddamn it.
With the goddamn pancake on the side, and they used to have the fried potatoes and onions. And used to drizzle that king syrup all over all that shit.
Yo, you know that king syrup ain't come out that container like
them
that.
motherfuckers made syrup. But see, you right. You had to wait.
You right.
You had to wait. But see, if you was good,
big dollop.
But look, once it came out, it had that string.
You better roll it.
Now, if you were really hood rich,
I'm so hood.
Yours came in a paint can that you had to spoon open.
Oh, I don't know nothing about that. I've never even heard about no paint can. Like, you were fucking privileged like shit.
First of all,
wait a minute.
It came in a paint can.
No, sir.
So you the welfare.
Right, I was going to say, so he had that motherfucking peanut butter that just said peanut butter on it. It was a fucking can with black writing on that bitch that said peanut butter. That was a good ass goddamn. It had the oil on the top. You had to stir that shit up.
Before they put it in a glass container, it came in a can. And you had to open it up like you opened up. It was a paint can.
Yeah.
And you could like spoon it out, or if you was me, you dumped the whole shit a couple times.
It was like that fucking.
I did not like
Remember they had the canned pork? Remember they had that fucking canned pork? That bitch said a pig on that bitch that said pork. That bitch didn't say what part of that motherfucker was. It just said a pig on that motherfucker that said pork.
No, thank you.
And you had to pour the oil off that bitch, but you can make some good goddamn barbecue out that shit.
I'm not fooling with that. I don't know about it.
Hey, I don't eat pork no more, but goddamn it, that was that's a one delicious ass animal.
No pork and no goddamn can.
You ain't had a pork in a can?
No, sir.
The powdered milk?
No.
I know about powdered
milk. Oh my gosh, yes, I had some powdered milk.
I know about powdered milk
I used to love that shit.
and mashed potato flakes.
Yup, I remember the mashed
I
potato
remember
flakes.
mashed potato flakes. Now,
I don't know shit
now
about
me, I don't know how to cook that shit because I'm
It's
look, I'm gonna tell you something.
Best mashed potatoes
No,
in the
my
world.
goddamn family came from the country. We
Milk and butter.
No, we cook all our shit from fucking scratch. If you didn't peel the fucking potatoes and mash them, no, we didn't do all that shit. We made that shit. Shit, they had garbage.
It was dried.
I'm gonna tell y'all, Jonathan made some potatoes last Sunday that rocked my socks.
And with that,
all right,
we'll be right back after these commercials.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
This is a Poverty ENT exclusive. Next stop, Texaco. Strapped up, you already know. Fuck niggas hate, that's how it goes. Bros with me, yeah, it's time to go.
Find
That's how it goes. Bros with me, yeah. It's time to go. City, got my mind strong, take a time bomb. Fuck a pot, I'd rather pat the kitty. I don't want the city, don't call me Diddy. Yeah, I rap my city, way to show them something they ain't ready for. Make a voice firm so you can't ignore it. Talking shit like I'm fixing toilets. Shag a rhythm, I can see me torn. Horn cuffs, shades on, shirt off, strapped up, Molly down, blowing strong, ride around. The demonstration hold 50 rounds, I'm a fool with it. Got ratchet niggas that's cool with it. You got a cold heart till that ooh hit it. Stop fucking with me, got my mind set, see my mind state is at a high rate. Next stop, Texaco, strapped up, you already know. Fuck niggas hate, that's how it goes. Bros with me, yeah, it's time to go.
Artist Exchange Radio Show every Friday 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. every Saturday 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live on BeExposedRadio.com. I was meeting with a friend yesterday, and I've gotten to the point where don't ask me a question because the truth is going to come out.
Exactly.
Just don't do it.
If you ain't looking for the truth, don't come to me.
Don't do it because I can't hold my tongue. And she wants to be this stylist, boutique, but you're not doing anything in that nature, and I can't take you seriously if you're not doing those things. And I understood why people didn't take me seriously because I found myself in somebody else's lane. I was good at what I was doing and what I wanted to be, but I wasn't doing it for me. So how can I ask you to take me seriously if I'm living in somebody else's shoes?
And nobody can do what you do, and I think that that's a big problem that people face now. Like, you see what somebody else is doing and you want to do that when that's not your lane.
That's not your lane.
That's not what you're supposed to be doing.
But it's popular, it's getting that person money, it's getting that person applause. Oh, I want applause. I want money. Let me stand over here behind them.
And then a lot of times people aren't honest with themselves either. Like, I was thinking earlier today, I've been woke for almost 2 days, so so you get honesty, and I was thinking, like, you know,
the Artist Exchange Radio Show.
Long live Pop. Y'all can go ahead and cry now. I'ma show these niggas what to do with one of your beats, man. I am Gas, by the way.
Strong woman story should have been on CNN. Nobody knows what it's like being Gwen.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back to the Cocktail Socials. We are now at the top of the bottom of the show. And so we are about to close out. We had a wonderful show.
Yeah, I enjoyed you all.
I like the fact that y'all were responding. We've seen a lot of wonderful comments and everything. The King Syrup is definitely legendary.
Clearly it is.
Use a whole whore if you eat anything else. I'm just gonna say.
I'm gonna tell you something. What you will not do is come from
Mrs. Butterworth.
Mrs. Butterworth or Aunt Jemima.
It is a little water in comparison.
The buttery kind is still good.
I like it. I'm a dipper.
You might as well just go to IHOP and get that strawberry syrup that they use.
Strawberry syrup. No.
I just want a hot syrup. Don't give me shit else but a hot syrup.
I'm a dipper. I don't want it on my pancakes. I want to dip my pancakes in it.
I want
you the oldest
smothered.
or the youngest?
I'm not oldest.
I want gravy. You do put gravy on your pancakes?
I want everything smothered. I want everything.
You're a fat motherfucker when you put gravy on your pancakes. Like,
and gravy and sir.
Oh, salty sweet.
What you from Alabama or something?
And look, with a side of grits.
Geechee or something?
Got a side of grits.
Side of grits.
Oatmeal.
A little.
That's that Geechee shit right there.
I'm a little. Yes, so
that's mush at that point.
No, it's good eating. Let me tell you something. And you know what? And I might eat some breakfast for dinner.
Yes,
I
will too. Breakfast for dinner saves lives.
Oh my
How
God.
you do?
Used to be excited.
That saves lives.
How you do? So
my mother would never. She would never let that happen.
She let you have breakfast for dinner?
I was sneaking get some Frosted Flakes, but
Frosted
What? You
Shit, Frosted Flakes with some
bacon
bananas
at
and that
night?
motherfucker shit. Oh, I'm gonna tell you some good quality shit. Some golden grams with banana sliced up in that bitch.
I'm allergic to bananas. I can't.
But there's some good motherfucker right there, dude. You like you.
Raisin Bran with bananas.
Oh, Raisin Bran, you gonna shit up your goddamn bed. That bitch up.
you is regular.
You have a whole shit
Not up your back.
That's what they call an old fashioned
what stopped me from liking Raisin Bran is that I couldn't confuse. They kind of look like roaches.
No, them goddamn Golden Crisp. Them Golden Crisp.
They definitely look
like roaches. I will not eat
They look like black eyed
I've
peas.
never had any other type of cereal other than the real Frosted Flakes, not that 20% less sugar shit that they try to pass off.
They kind of make your teeth hurt.
The regular Captain Crunch, not this fruity berry shit.
Wait a minute, don't call
And
me Crunch
Kix.
Berries.
Thank you.
Kix.
Yes! Kix was everybody's
With a lot of sugar.
Look, and Rice Krispies with a lot of. Look,
I've never had that before.
At the bottom, you got
Yes,
sugar all
you
on
get
your
sugar on
spoon
your
and shit. Yeah, them
Yes, ma'am.
That was it.
That is diabetes.
Diabetes.
We gotta do better.
First of all, we got diabetes, and first of all, Thanksgiving is nothing but high blood pressure, diabetes.
Yeah, but that cereal made me realize where
it's like
fat come from. Kix.
Not only is
we
it
put
6
so much
meats, it's
sugar
7
over it.
starches.
I put sugar on Kix. I like Kix the way they were.
Oh my God.
You are weird.
Oh my God.
It's like they were like.
If you didn't put a cup of sugar in
I did
it,
not put sugar on my
Kix was nothing more than like sand dust balls. So it was like
that's all of it. Because once you cook,
it's sand dust balls.
You can eat like
you needed sugar for it to be edible.
No, I like it by themselves, but Rice Krispies, I was in the bottom of the bowl.
It would take forever for it to even get soggy. You can't even get it soggy.
Have you ever tried to talk with them? It's like you just threw out dust. It's like he was a pencil
like
sharp.
pebbles.
Clearly, I'm in the minority here. I like my Kix with unadulterated. Okay.
This has been.
That's the Caucasian cereal. Like
I like
just
Kix.
put some.
You gotta put sugar on that.
At least a cup.
No sugar.
You gotta be able to dig
This
the.
motherfucker said, I put agave on my Kix.
No. That's like shellac.
What?
Shellac on your wood bones. You shellac.
That's what it really was.
Shellacking your wood bones.
The Kix.
Well, wood pebbles.
This has been the Cocktail Social. These are my socialites.
Yes, we is.
I'm Blue Waters. Join us next week for another Cocktail Social. I love you. Tune in.
Dude, this show will give you diabetes. I can't.
There's a rumor going around that Tyler Perry and Oprah are beefing. Well, let me tell you about this.